They say every love story begins with a glance. But on the planet Virella, even a glance can kill you. The sky burns here. Dust curls through the air like smoke from invisible fires. And every breath tastes of iron. I was never supposed to be here. Our mission was simple: survey mineral veins, record seismic patterns, return home in 30 days. We never reached day 2. The storm came without warning. Crimson lightning split the horizon, sensors failed, and the ship folded into flame. When I opened my eyes, silence, just wind dragging sand across metal bones. Half the crew was gone. The other half never screamed. I crawled from the wreckage, my visor cracked, breathing through static and pain. The sun glared like an open wound above me. I remember whispering my own name, Lyra, just to hear a human sound. Hours passed before I saw movement. A shadow gliding along the dunes, tall, slow, deliberate. Not human. I reached for my beacon, dead. The shadow came closer. And then I saw him. Skin the color of pale stone, eyes burning faint blue, like starlight trapped beneath ice. He didn't speak at first. He only looked at me, head tilted, as if studying a forgotten language. I lifted my hands. I'm not here to fight. He answered, voice low, unfamiliar. You shouldn't be here, human. This world rejects your kind. I wanted to ask what that meant, but my vision blurred. The heat swallowed me whole. Darkness. When I woke again, the red sun had moved west. A fire burned beside me, small, controlled. He sat across from it, silent, tracing symbols in the sand with a shard of glass. Why did you save me? I asked. He didn't look up. Because you reminded me what it feels like to care. The words hung there, heavy, impossible. Care. For a stranger from the stars? He finally spoke again. Drink. He handed me a flask carved from bone. The liquid inside tasted like cold rain. Who are you? He hesitated. Kael. Then added, almost as if ashamed, half human, half something else. Half human. I should have felt comfort in that. Instead, I felt a warning echo in my chest. That night, we camped beside the broken hull of my ship. He kept his distance, eyes never closing. I tried to sleep, but every gust of wind carried whispers, soft syllables, not in any language I knew. When I asked if he heard them too, he nodded once. This planet remembers. It speaks to those who listen. Then what is it saying? That you don't belong. Silence stretched between us. Somewhere in that silence, something shifted. Not in the sand, not in the air, inside me. I watched him trace another mark into the ground. It shimmered faintly, glowing blue. Light spread outward like veins beneath glass. What are you doing? Speaking to it, he murmured. Virella needs to know why you're still alive. I didn't ask what would happen if the planet decided otherwise. By morning, the horizon bled gold. Kael stood facing the rising light. His cloak flickered with dust, his shadow long and thin. We move east, he said, toward the obsidian ridge. Why? Because that's where the storms are born. If we reach it before night, maybe it lets you live another day. I followed. What else could I do? Every step sank into glass-soft sand. The heat rippled around us. Dunes shifted as if alive. Far away, Mount High. The closer we moved toward the ruins, the quieter the world became. Even the wind refused to speak here. Stone spires jutted from the ground, black and glimmering like frozen smoke. Some reached so high they disappeared into red clouds. Others leaned at broken angles, carved with spirals of forgotten writing. I felt the hum before I heard it, a low vibration that trembled through my bones. Kael stopped. Don't step past this line, he said. The ground remembers pain. I nodded, though I didn't understand. Every breath shimmered in the air like light underwater. Each sound echoed longer than it should. We entered through what once was a gate. The arch above it still pulsed faintly, and beneath it, thousands of symbols burned a soft blue. Kael moved carefully, his hand brushing one of the marks. It glowed brighter where he touched it. What is this place really? I asked. He glanced back at me. a city that tried to love the stars. We walked through empty streets, stone bridges over rivers of dust, walls carved with names no one spoke anymore. I saw something move in the corner of my eye, but when I turned, there was nothing, only the soft whisper of shifting light. "This world doesn't like being remembered," Kael murmured. He led me into what looked like a hall. Pillars lined the sides, tall enough to hold up the sky itself. In the center stood a single sphere of glass, floating a few inches above a pedestal of bone. It pulsed softly, matching the rhythm of my heartbeat. "What is that?" "Memory." He walked closer. "It stores what once was. Touch it, and it shows truth." "Can I?" No, his voice was sharp this time. "It doesn't forgive outsiders." He placed his palm against it instead. Light spread outward like water. Images flashing too fast for me to understand. Cities in the clouds. Bridges of energy connecting worlds. Humans walking beside creatures of light. Then fire. Va. Collapse. When the glow faded, Kael was trembling. I stepped forward. Kael spoke first. "Do you ever wonder why humans seek the stars?" "To find something greater," I said. He smiled faintly. "No, to escape what they already are." We climbed a staircase carved into the side of a broken tower. Halfway up, the steps glowed faintly beneath our feet. "Is it safe?" I asked. He shrugged. "Nothing here is safe. But safety is a story the dead tell the living." At the top, the city spread beneath us, a sea of dark glass reflecting crimson sky. From here, it almost looked alive again. Kael stood beside me, silent. For the first time, I realized how tired he looked. "How long have you been here?" "Long enough to forget what years mean." "Are there others like you?" He shook his head. There were. He didn't say more. The wind picked up. A low rumble rolled through the valley, distant thunder, but it sounded wrong. Like the planet itself was shifting in its sleep. Kael turned sharply. "We need to leave. Now." "Why?" "The city's waking." We ran back through the archways. Light flaring behind us, symbols burning white. The hum grew louder, rising like a voice. 1,000 whispers calling his name. "Kael!" He stopped suddenly, hand against the ground. The light around him dimmed. "What's happening?" I asked. "It remembers me." "Is that bad?" He looked at me, eyes glowing again. "It depends what memory it chooses." The whispering grew sharper. A mixture of languages, some human, most not. For a moment, I thought I could make out my own name. Then the ground cracked. A wave of light shot through the ruins, throwing me backward. Kael caught me before I hit the ground. The energy surged around us, filling the air with the sound of a heartbeat not our own. I clung to his arm. "Kael, what is this?" "The past," he said softly. "And it's angry." He pulled me close, shielding me as the light burst upward, splitting the sky in half. When it faded, the city was silent again, dead, empty. Only a faint shimmer remained where the sphere. The night had no wind. Even the stars seemed to hold their breath. We walked until the ruins vanished behind a curtain of crimson dust. Ahead stretched a plain of glass, endless, silent, trembling with faint light beneath its surface. Kael's steps slowed. He pressed a hand to his chest. His glow was dimmer now, threads of silver light leaking from the cracks in his skin. "You're breaking," I whispered. He smiled faintly. "No, I'm remembering." A low hum filled the air again, the same sound we'd heard in the ruins, but softer now, almost pleading. I looked around. It followed us. "It always does," Kael said. "Memory never dies quietly." The ground pulsed beneath our feet. Through the glass, I saw shapes moving, vast silhouettes twisting far below, like something alive and dreaming. "What is that?" "The first guardians," he said. "They were born to protect the bridges. When the bridges fell, they went mad." Before I could answer, the horizon flared violet. A storm was coming, not clouds, not rain, but pure light swirling like liquid thunder. Kael turned toward it. This is it, the storm of return. Return of what? Everything the world buried. He took a deep breath. The air shimmered around him, his outline flickering between light and shadow. I need you to listen, he said quietly. When a storm reaches us, it will rewrite everything. The land, the sky, even memory itself. If I hold it back, you might survive. No, the word came out harsher than I meant. You're not doing this alone. He looked at me, and for the first time, there was something almost human in his eyes. Humans always say that, and that's why I can still believe in them. The storm hit the far ridge, a wall of violet fire, tearing through the ground, turning stone to light. It was beautiful and horrifying all at once. Kael stepped forward. Stay behind me. I reached out, grabbing his wrist. You'll die. He turned his hand, squeezing mine gently. Maybe, but maybe. I sat there under the hollow sky, watching the first star rise. Not violet, not red, but a soft, clear white. It felt new, like hope reborn. If you wish to uncover what happens next, subscribe and visit our channel, Orbit of Hearts, where every story reaches beyond stars.